Good afternoon, YouTube.
Hello.
It's the Ian and Jane Edinburgh Fringe finale. So today is Monday, 28th of August. Today is officially the last day of the Fringe. And before we get into, and what we're going to do is we're going to give our top 5-ish shows each.
With special mentions.
With a few special mentions, because actually picking 5 shows out of the 44 shows that we saw is almost impossible. But we'll have a few stats to kick off with first. I've had an email from the Fringe this morning and it said they sold, sorry, they didn't sell, they said 2,444, 2 million, just under 2.5 million tickets were issued across the festival. Nearly 170 countries from arts industry, media audiences and artists, 288 venues. We do know that there was over 3,000 shows a day. They haven't added up exactly how many shows there were, but you know, you can sort of work that one out. And we were joined by nearly 500 of the world's finest street performers, buskers and street artists. We didn't see many of the street artists actually, but we did see a couple, didn't we, when we were whizzing up and down the mile.
Yeah.
So is there anything else on here? No, that's pretty much it. It's all over. Last day today. There are still some shows on up in Edinburgh. We're back in sunny Yorkshire, or dull Yorkshire as it is today.
Oh, I don't know. If I dash off, it's because it's
raining and
I have washing on the line.
If Jane dashes off, we'll pause the camera. Right, okay. So top 5,
right, okay.
And now we're doing them in reverse order. Like,
no.
You just picked 5.
I've just picked 5.
They're all equal.
Yeah.
Right, okay. Yeah. Do you want to go first?
Okay, so last flapper.
I didn't put the last flapper down. Hi, Catherine and Rob. I didn't put the last flapper down because I just knew you would put it down.
That's cheating.
No, it isn't.
That's cheating.
It isn't. So last flapper, it was absolutely fab. But I didn't add that. So right, I've gone for Dom the Play.
Oh, have you?
Yeah, because I just thought it was absolutely brilliant. It was fantastic.
Okay. No, I can understand that.
So
that
was, if you didn't see our review, which are all linked down below, that was play about Dominic Cummings and his relationship with Boris Johnson and the Brexit thing and all that. And for an hour and a half, 15 minutes, it was absolutely a hoot. It was great fun. I loved it.
Satire at its best.
Yeah, it was definitely. And Boris Johnson was straight out of the Spitting Image book. But a real person.
Anyway, we can't talk about every production.
Okay, go on your next one.
Right, never trouble until trouble troubles you.
Yeah, I've got that one down as well. But not my top 5 because I thought you'd pick it. And if you didn't pick it, I was going to pick it. So that's all right. Yeah. We've said all we need to say about these guys. We'll be back next year at Tynecastle Park.
We will.
We can't recommend highly enough all the work that they. Have we got the production company named on there?
Yeah, it's the they're called Two Halves, aren't they?
Yeah, Two Halves. Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Oh, yes, yeah. Two Halves.
Two Halves.
Two Halves is the production company.
Yeah,
so
yeah.
Fantastic.
Absolutely, everything they've done at Tynecastle, what we've seen, which the last 3 years has been amazing. It's fantastic. My next one's a two shows in one.
He's cheating.
And that is Meat. Because they're on separate days. Meat, and which Jane didn't see, and Honeybee, which Jane did see, by I had to fly there a minute ago. L. Dylan Reams, incredible talent. She's just, we're looking out for next year. I'm
sorry, I missed Meat. Yeah, actually.
So if you get a chance to see either of those shows, and I did say to Elle when I came out of Meat, for her to tell us if she's actually doing any touring or anything, or where she is, and we'll post it. So absolutely stunning pieces of work there. So that is 2 for 1, but both, because we're on in consecutive days, I thought I could have both. They both got 5 stars as well from me. So
okay.
Yeah.
Right, my next one is Andre and Doreen.
I didn't put that down.
Yeah. I
But that's
didn't
not
think you would.
surprising.
No,
That's
I'm
not surprising.
Which I thought
Yeah.
was one of the most moving productions I've seen, and it was all non-verbal, which, as Ian said, you can see the review down below. But yeah, and in fact, it's an international company, Spanish company, and they may tour. And she says, quickly looking for. Oh yes, it's Calunca Teatro.
Good pronunciation there, Jay.
Thank you. So Andre and Doreen, Dorine, for Doreen. Brilliant.
Okay.
Yep.
My next one is, how many is that we've had? 3?
Hang
You
on.
started, so it's
I've had 3. Yeah,
3 each, right? So this is the 4th one. Glass Ceiling Beneath the Stars.
Ooh.
Did you not pick that
I
one?
didn't, and that should be on my special mentions.
Yeah, because that was really inventive,
Yeah.
and you know, them. I mean, I don't know whether you've got the Umbilical Brothers down.
I
you?
have.
Oh,
I
right,
have.
okay. Them with the Umbilical Brothers, that sort of type of, high tech theatre. I think I've said before is the future. But Glass Beneath the Stars is brilliant.
Yeah.
It really is.
Yeah. Hopefully it won't be, and that
Won't be what?
won't be the future in the sense that we still have pure theatre.
Oh, of course we will.
But this was pure. It was pure theatre in another
Yeah.
in another sense. Yeah.
It was absolutely a stunning piece of work.
Sorry, just checking the clouds. Right. Okay.
It's not raining yet, viewers. Right, okay. So your next one.
My next one, has to be the Umbilical Brothers.
Ah, well, that's
that way. I mean, yeah.
Watch the review, because they
was-
actually said, we've said in the review,
It was stunning.
they said, good luck on reviewing this one, and it's almost impossible to review it. But it was, it was an hour. It was pure joy. Even when things went wrong, it was a pure joy.
Fantastic.
It was fantastic.
It was fantastic.
So what else have I got? Lady Dealer.
Yeah. I think I've put that on my special mentions. Yes, I have.
You got that on special mentions.
I've got that. So hold on a minute. So that's Lady Dealer, special mention from me.
Yeah, it was a really, really good and incredibly well acted.
Yeah.
And a bit of a surprise, really, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
actually. Yeah, it was. No, very, very good.
So,
Okay.
is that 5 each? Have you had 5?
No, my 5th is this one, but I do have a 6th.
Which one?
So my 5th, well, because I couldn't do 5, I've done 6, but I've got quite a few special mentions. So
So you say I'm cheating by having meat and honeybee together as one?
So I have trilogy, and there were 3 in this, but we saw the box.
Yeah.
So special mention to Dennis, who.
So is that not your 5th, and that's a special mention?
No. This is my 5th.
Oh, right, okay.
So Dennis, I loved it, and hopefully we'll meet up again next year.
Yeah, it'd be good actually, because it'd be good to see the other ones.
I'd like to see the other ones as well.
because Dennis is a consummate performer. So my last of the 5th, I think I'll have to go for Chelsea Hart. Is it Damn It Gam?
Ooh, yeah.
Mainly because it was such. I'd never been to a comedy show which had such a serious message and was so emotional.
Yeah.
Because not only for us but for the whole audience, really.
Yeah.
It really was something quite special.
And we wouldn't have gone.
No, we wouldn't.
We got
were slightly coerced.
Yeah, we got some tickets for something that was completely sold out, and we were asked to go and see a couple of other productions in lieu of that, which we very happily did, and that was one of the results. So we would never have seen it. So my sneaky 6th is Dough.
All right. Okay. Yeah. No, it does.
Which again, about money. Dough, not as in bread, but as in money.
I thought it was all about baking. I said that in the joke. That was my joke. That was my joke in
You've done that
video.
joke.
Yeah.
Yeah. So.
And then, just before I move on to special mentions, shout out to Vicky and David, who we met
Oh yes.
Yeah.
Oh yes.
Yeah, we managed
Hi.
to meet up. They comment fairly regularly, and they did do last year.
And it was lovely.
It was
to
lovely.
meet
I need to email you back, Vicky, because I haven't emailed you back yet. But I will.
I
email
didn't
you
know
back.
he hadn't emailed you back, Vicky.
No. So hi. So shout out, and because they almost, if not.
Have we got a copy of the picture that Vicky?
No, we haven't.
Oh,
no.
oh, Vicky, can
So
you send
Vicky,
us
can you email us the picture?
picture?
That we took? But
Right.
it was lovely to meet them in person.
It was indeed.
Yeah,
It was indeed.
Yeah. Although I was running to a show when Vicky was in the queue, and she went, "Oh, hello, it's Vicky." I went, "I'm sorry, Vicky, I've got to go." And it was like I was late.
Yeah, you were.
Yeah,
'cause it was,
and that was seeing meat, wasn't it?
yeah.
I was almost
Yes,
late
it
for
was.
meat.
It was indeed.
So yes, so right, special mentions then.
So
And we're going to also pick 3 things that we wish we'd seen.
Yeah.
And for a whole load of other reasons. Right.
so I'm just going to do all of my mentions. Okay, all in one go.
Yeah, that's
So
fine.
my special mentions, really special mentions. One was Lady Dealer, which we've just done.
Yeah.
The other was 4,
4 was really good.
a
Yeah.
play with music.
Yeah.
Fantastic.
Yeah. Liked 4. Just get me
really. Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
So he's
Talk among
blocked me, viewers. He's blocked me.
Talk among yourselves for me.
Right. Okay. When Judas Met John.
Oh yes.
I really.
the brothers were
that
great.
was quite a surprise to me, and I loved it.
Yeah, I loved it too actually.
So that.
Yeah.
Before the drugs kick in.
Yeah, that's yeah.
That. Yeah.
It's not on my special mention, but it should be.
Yeah, it should be. The Oxford Bells, Academic
That was-
Out.
We wouldn't normally go and see that
No.
sort of thing.
And that was-
and it was stunning actually.
Harmonies were superb.
Yeah, really, really good.
Paved with gold and ashes.
Yeah, I had that down
Just-
as a special mention.
Couldn't.
And I'd
fit-
love to see them do something else.
Yeah, yeah.
Because
No,
that
was- yeah. Yeah.
5-handed cast
Yeah.
were superb.
And I really liked Appraisal.
Yeah.
Special mention to Angela.
Yeah, we met Angela on our last night.
So
yeah.
that's definitely. So all of those, I wasn't. Well, it had to be 5, 6, and anyway, all of those could have made it onto my
Right. So mine, the ones I haven't talked about because I was quite sneaky. So if Jane hadn't mentioned it, I'd have mentioned it. Plague Storm Party, the farewell tour, was bonkers and brilliant, and I'd love to see more of Johnny and
The
Ozzy.
magical Spiegeljagd.
Yeah. It was great actually. It was really, really good
It
fun.
was good fun.
You know,
It was good fun.
and I know you hated it, but A.O.
I
Hitler
knew that
really
was,
made me laugh.
I knew that was coming.
You know,
Yep.
sorry about that.
Yeah.
Everything else, pretty much, I think.
And you mentioning the word everything reminds me we should talk about, because we did go back to see it for a second time, Everything That's Me
Is
is
falling,
falling apart. So special mention to David
Yeah, and the fact that
and Dorothy and Paul.
the fact that we knew David's dad, but we didn't know him.
No,
It was
we didn't.
weird.
Yeah. Anyway, that's another story.
That's a whole
yeah,
other story.
just-
I think we might have included that in the video.
Yeah,
in
we
the
might well
review.
have done. Yeah.
Because we didn't review it this year, but we reviewed it last year
Yeah.
and loved it so much. And this is something that we very rarely do. But we actually went back to see it again. You
'cause
know,
we did love it.
and we
Yeah.
know that David is working on other things, which will be coming out in the future, I'm sure.
Yeah.
So we will go and see that when the time comes. It might not be next year because it took him long enough to work on this show
Yeah, no,
You
he
know.
said it took him a while.
all through lockdown.
Yeah. So,
Right. So
moving
things.
on to,
Yeah.
are we going to do these just all 3 together, each one? Excuse me?
Yeah, I think so. Well, mine are actually a bit of a dig at Summer Hall.
Oh, right,
Because
okay.
We blocked out a lot. This is in week 2 when we came back. We saw some Summer Hall shows at the beginning, which
Yeah.
Lady Dealer was there, and no problem
Yeah.
at all. But we requested tickets for some shows at Summer Hall. We were going to go for the whole day, and then when it came to it, they wouldn't release 2 tickets for us to review the shows, so we filled it with other things. So it's a bit of a but certainly the 3 things on there that I particularly wanted to see. Fishbowl was one of them.
Yeah.
England and Son, which was theatre by Mark Thomas, who we really like, and Hilo. Well. There's also Blub Blub. We had that down as well.
Yeah. We didn't get to see
any of those, which is a shame, really. What were yours?
My three were, and I've just taken my glasses off, but I think I can still read them.
Yeah,
Bacon.
Yeah, everybody talked about Bacon.
And really sorry we didn't get to see that. And something that I knew, that you were less interested in, but Picasso, Le Montre Sacré, about Picasso and his women. And also Lear Alone.
You wanted to see that. You had that down right from the beginning.
And then he wasn't on. It had finished when we came back for the second week, which is a shame. Yeah,
and we went for a drink with some of the other reviewers on the last night, didn't we?
Yeah.
And shout out to all the guys that were there, but Paul in particular, because Paul, who runs Fringe Review, was telling me about an AI show. And I've forgotten the title of it, but when he was telling me about it, I mean, had we been there another day, we would have gone.
Right.
Because it just really sounded like, maybe not your thought sort of thing, but...
Right, okay.
And the whole thing was partly generated by artificial... It's not artificial intelligence, is it? It's algorithm driven, but that's a whole different story. But it was apparently half of the show, or most of the show, was AI generated.
Oh, right.
And it just sounded like... really, really interesting. So,
okay.
But I don't know what it was called. If I can find out, I'll add it.
Okay.
Anything else from you?
Nope.
Well, that's it, folks. We're glad to be home, but we're sad to be home.
Yeah.
It was a blast.
It was. We saw some well, as you can see by the amount of special mentions, and I'm sure,
Yeah. No walkouts.
No.
For the first time, I think, ever. I don't think there's usually at least one.
Yeah.
But the quality of productions and theatre and music, it was really, really high.
And we only dipped our toe in.
Yeah, because there is just too much. I mean, we're seeing on that obviously 4 shows a day, weren't we? 3 or 4 shows certainly. We've
calmed down a bit.
Yeah, the days of seeing 8 shows a day, although I think last year we did do 7 one day, and it nearly killed us.
Well, that's an exaggeration, viewers.
Well,
but it does. But Ian has to then do all the editing and the uploading, so that is a bit of a...
I need an intern, I've decided. Anybody wants to be an intern next year for Edinburgh Fringe, you can sleep on our floor wherever we're staying. And I'll just keep you. I'll keep you chained to a desk. Editing. I'm kidding.
Z bed. At least a Z bed.
Yeah. We could do with an intern though to actually.
And we could go and see more shows.
And do more reviews. We'll see you next year.
Yeah.
We'll be back. The rest of the channel goes back to usual music and synthy stuff.
Yeah, and I have the Fringe when they released their final email. It had the dates of next year.
Oh, is it?
So I've already put those in my diary.
What is it?
2nd to the 26th.
So we're going up on
August,
the 2nd.
Probably.
Going up right at the beginning. So we'll be back for the 2 full weeks rather than the break in the middle.
Yeah, we like doing 2 full weeks.
Yeah. So we'll be back to doing that next year. Thanks so much for watching, and thanks to all of you that commented and messaged and liked some of our reviews. I think we only had 1 negative comment, but we'll leave that one alone. But that's the world of the internet. But thanks ever so much for everybody who who watched, really, and we do appreciate it. We don't take it for granted.
No, and we've enjoyed sort of sharing our thoughts with you.
Yeah, we have. It's been really, really good fun. So we'll see you next year.
Yep.
Cheers now.
Cheers. Bye. Bye.